warning before you listen. This epic is not for children, nor for the faint of heart. We retell the ancient Greek myths as they were born, unfiltered, unsoftened. Scenes of violence, curses, betrayals, and a hunger for power that shows no mercy. Given the many conflicting versions of the Titan War, the events have been rebuilt to complete the missing pieces. Here, we tell the myth as it was meant to be told. Sources and references are listed in the episode description. Part 1 from the Titan War, Clash of Weapons and the Fall of Time. Chapter 1, The Mountain Kneels to Lightning, the Bowing of the Cyclopes. It happened at the edge, not just the edge of a mountain, but of an old world gasping beneath the final breath of tyranny. Zeus stood there, still dripping with the sweat of his cave-born ascent. His muscles hadn't cooled, his breath still crackled, lightning not yet stilled inside his chest. Behind him, the mountains split. Not like an earthquake, not like defeat, but like a groan of ancient labor, an impossible birth beneath a silence too heavy to hold. From the crack, something emerged, not a beast, not a god, something else, a Cyclops, a creature from before the age of stone. One eye bleeding a light that wasn't light, a body that looked forged from the leftover cinders of the underworld. It walked with the weight of time itself, and looked at no one but Zeus. And then, the wind held its breath. Dust froze in the air. Even the earth forgot how to make a sound. The Cyclops dropped to its knees, not in pain, not in submission, in something far older, a kneeling born of recognition. It knelt before a body still steeped in cave-born fear, before a god not born in palaces, but shaped in a womb that trembled as it hid him from a time that devoured its sons. The Cyclops, who was never known to bow, never known to cry, never known to falter, bowed now to a thunderbolt not yet born, still forming in the womb of Zeus. Above them, 6 others froze: Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades, Poseidon, even Rhea. They had only just emerged from the gut of Cronus, but today they emerged from another illusion, the illusion that Zeus was still the youngest, that thunder was a fluke, that leadership could be shared. Today, Zeus stood not as a brother, not as the rescuer, but as a god whom even the storm itself had chosen as its dwelling. And somewhere in the distance, from behind the stones and silence, Gaia watched. Gaia, the mother of all, who hadn't spoken since the fall of Cronus. She now breathed through corpses, letting her roots slip between the cracks of what once ruled. She said nothing, but her gaze echoed inside Zeus, as if to warn, the mountain that kneels for you today might fall on you tomorrow. And deep in the mountain, far from light, where echoes forget how to return, something stirred. Not a quake, not a heartbeat, something else, a whisper. The first whisper of war. No weapon had yet been forged, no bolt yet drawn. But the volcano was licking its lips from within. The mountains stilled, the siblings said nothing, and the thunderbolt in Zeus's hand simply waited. The earth, though, understood. This war would not begin with an explosion, but with a kneel. The kneel of a primordial creature behind a god born not from fire, but from the womb. From that moment on, Zeus no longer needed to shout to be heard, nor fight to be feared, nor demand to be obeyed. The Cyclops had knelt, and with him an entire mountain, and the world, without even noticing, bowed its head. Because true power begins when the unbowed bow, and the first kneel is recorded to one not yet crowned. This chapter of the epic has come to an end, but remember, what you've just heard is not a record of facts, but the echo of a myth, a story born from the imagination of the ancients, etched into the long memory of humankind. If this tale stirred something in you, if it opened a door to reflection or wonder, don't forget to support the channel and share the journey with those you love. And in the comments, tell us which moment in this chapter struck you the most and why. We'll meet again in the next chapter of this audio odyssey through time. Until then, farewell.